Obligers respond really well to outer expectations, but struggle with any expectation that is an inner expectation. They can find a lot of success by finding ways to make their inner expectations, the things that they want for themselves, outer expectations, creating accountability. But whenever an expectation is really just about them, obligers have a tendency to just let it fall to the wayside. So these are the people that really struggle to read a book just because they want to, but will read every page of a book and take amazing notes when they are part of a book club and someone else is expecting them or needing them to participate in the conversation. Here, Leslie Knope is the example of the obligers in the world. She's a character from the TV show Parks and Recreation. She's an amazing friend. She's driven to accomplish and she's capable, but in the early seasons, you see that while she has everything together at work where people are expecting things from her, her house is a disaster. That's not the clip I'm showing. I'm actually going to show a clip of when Leslie was sick. And I think it's a really common thing for a lot of obligers.
Leslie, go home.
No, I can't. I can't go home. I have to get ready for the Chamber of Secrets.
Commerce.
If this meeting does not go perfectly, then the Harvest Festival is going to be over before it began. I cannot go home.
Okay, then who's your doctor?
Anne's my doctor. And she's the most beautiful nurse in the world.
Come on.
Oh, God, now I'm hot. Now it's really hot in
Okay,
here.
well, that's your fever.
Leslie, I typed your symptoms into the thing up here, and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
So in that scene, Leslie Knope was sick, and she still was showing up to work, was completely ignoring all of her actual needs because she felt like it was the most important thing to be there for the people at work and for the project that she was committed to. This is a really common thing for obligers. You might, if you're an obliger, not understand why you've struggled to make changes, but some examples of how an obliger might work would be somebody who really wants to take pictures. It's your goal to be a photographer, to take pictures for fun. You take a class and you have a bunch of assignments, you complete them. And you think, man, I really enjoy this, I'm going to keep doing it. But you find once you no longer have an assignment, once you no longer have somebody who's asking you to turn something in and to whom you are responsible, instead you are doing other things. You're getting busy with other projects. You just don't get around to it. This is so typical for obligers. They are the rock stars of our world. They show up, they volunteer, they hate letting people down. They are the people that we rely on, and they're great. But it's also really important for obligers to take account of the things that they want for themselves and to use strategies to make sure that they're accomplishing the goals that they want, not just living to help others accomplish their goals. The other thing that happens, though, with obligers is something called obliger rebellion. Obliger rebellion refers to something that happens to a lot of obligers, which is that they're constantly meeting expectations, and then suddenly they snap and they abruptly refuse to meet any expectation. They might not actually even realize that they're doing it, or they're getting close to that obliger rebellion. But often when obligers look back at the past, they can kind of see when they've been asked to do too much and when it's become too much, because they find themselves rebelling even when they don't mean to. The number one strategy for obligers is the strategy of accountability. As an obliger, when you have a goal that you want to meet, you're really wanting to set up outer accountability. And that means I want to exercise, so I'm going to find somebody who will go to the gym with me that I know will expect me to be there, be happy to see me, and will provide that accountability. There's lots of ways to create outer accountability. Give yourself accountability so that someone knows what it is you want to do and that you feel like you can answer to those people. They'll help you to actually meet the goals that you want to set. I've heard obligers say that when they use their Fitbit, that they think of that Fitbit as an outer accountability that reminds them and tells them when to move. And that although the Fitbit is an animate object, that they feel like they don't want to let it down, that they want to really accomplish those goals. Whatever it means for you, it could be a study group or a class or a Fitbit, make sure to really think out ways to make sure that you have accountability for achieving those goals that are most important to you.